All right. Well, Slayer, what is going on? It is November, and it is time for your private react video. Good one this month. A good variety of stuff. We got some K-pop stuff. We got some cooking stuff. We got a couple of Singapore issues to watch and react to, and it should be a good variety of stuff. I obviously don't even look like I normally would on a stream. This is a stream off for me because, number one, my power went out for over 12 hours. Which was crazy. It threw me all into disarray. I couldn't even like finish my work last night. And then this morning, as the power's turning on, my electrician shows up to install the ceiling fan. I'm like, wow, I'm like barely even moving in the house because the power's been off. So I had to like rush to get that done. And now that all that's done, and then I went and did housekeeping stuff, went to the garbage dump, did all kinds of stuff. Finally, I'm sitting down for an hour to do a nice react video in regards to a variety of topics. So this should be a good one. I hope that you enjoy it, Slayer. And I'm going to try to adjust the volume of what I already kind of like, pre-played each video. And each is like a different volume level, which is tremendous. I just love that on YouTube. There's like absolutely no consistency to volume whatsoever. Every video is completely different. So I'll try to adjust on the fly. All right, so here we go. Okay, so the first video is the culture study of Young Posse Ate That music video. So this is the same person who, I guess he's a music producer, and we've watched in the past him react to K-pop music videos and give like different impressions, talking about all kinds of different aspects of the video. I've not seen this yet. I've never seen the video. I've never seen his reaction. So we're going to do it cold. I probably am going to have to adjust the volume. And the reason I think is because I think this video is pretty loud compared to other videos. Let's do a test.
Reacting to Ate That.
No, it's actually low. So let's go ahead and up the volume. I'm glad I tested that. We want his volume to be like, his voice to be like in the yellow.
By Young Posse. I'm really stoked for this.
That should be good, I believe, because that's about even with my voice now. Okay, here we go.
I'm excited for this, mainly because I was, albeit a little bit late to the party. I was on a bit of a hiatus, but once I caught up with Macaroni Cheese and their most recent comeback, XXL.
Macaroni Cheese is the name of the group? Are you kidding me?
Instantly, just out the gate, Macaroni Cheese was up my alley.
All right, I'm going to be honest here. I've seen a lot of K-pop stuff, Slayer. You've had me do a lot of these reacts. They've got to start getting better names. I'm sorry, Macaroni Cheese, right? Why not call it Preparation H Ass Cream? That's a good name for a group too. Like, it's kind of stupid, don't you think? I mean, being honest, you probably will be, other people will respond to this too, but you can do better than Macaroni Cheese. That's like no effort. And I know the whole thing in the culture, it's a manufactured group. They don't pick the name. I get it. It could be better than that. That's absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Macaroni Cheese.
But Double XL really secured that for me, especially their album. Scars, one of my favorite B-sides. Just in general, freaking love that song. And as a lover of just the old 90s West Coast hip-hop style, boom bap, and just rap in general. I love this group. In particular, I was very much a big fan of Sone and Yeonjung when I checked out like their bonus material and their
no idea what he's talking about. So.
Stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. Let's go.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh. It's GTA.
Out the
100%. It's Grand Theft Auto.
That Ben and Jerry logo.
It's Review Tech USA.
It's go time.
Oh,
yeah, it's totally it's a video game. There's a video game music video. Oh my god. Insanely cartoonish. All right, that's hilarious. Now, obviously, it's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's the title theme of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but they've remixed it in a different way to make it their own song. Like, you can hear what they've done with it. But they wanted to do something crazy, zany. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, this video is kind of gross, but it's as charming as ever.
Reminds me of like Nickelodeon, like a Nickelodeon TV show from back in the day. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
Interesting Grand Theft Auto inspired music video. Huh?
Exactly. I mean, it's freaking Grove Street. They were seriously in the cul-de-sac of Grove Street. UPS, they have UPS and Ben and Jerry's in this music video. Did they have permission to do that? Oh, it's YPS. Block busted. Block butts, all parody logos. That's kind of neat. I mean, seriously? This could have been like any song. Just the video itself is like a marvel. It's like a cinematic marvel. I mean, it's silly effects and everything, but it's actually well done. I'm sure this gets people to talk about it because it's Grand Theft Auto, which everyone knows. It's pretty interesting that they did that.
For a very CG driven video, just as consistently as the other two music videos, just great direction. Oh.
Yeah, you got the cool glasses on the grandma. Doom donuts. All the money. Here goes. It was cake. Oh, get it? Get that cake. That's what they say. Get that cake. Tasted.
Free donuts. Donuts, 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 donuts.
And then, by the way, was that a PSP? Because, I mean, you know, there were some Grand Theft Autos on PSP, correct? That's kind of funny, too, that they're even showing an authentic console that you could have played a Grand Theft Auto game like Liberty City Stories or Vice City Stories on. Interestingly enough, there was no San Andreas game on PSP.
Ooh. How much of that is intellectual property legal? My goodness, there is so much going on in this music video.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Before we talk about the music video in detail, which honestly, it's just going to be pointing out a few references and also things that I thought were kind of really inspired and really well done. I just want to say, I was wondering how they're going to top Macaroni Cheese and Double XL.
Oh, so Macaroni Cheese and Double XL are other songs. The name of the group was not Macaroni Cheese? Okay. Still, I think a song called Macaroni Cheese sounds pretty stupid. Ate That. Like, that was all right. I have no idea what they were talking about. What were they eating? I have no idea. But at least the video was inspired, you know, and it kind of was like a spin-off of GTA's theme song. So I think some people will like that, you know?
And Ate That immediately out the gate sounds like an actual 90s West Coast hip hop song, like fully committing to that. And I thought, okay, how is this going to be as catchy as XXL? I think XXL is their most catchy one. And even listening to this, I would say Double XL is still their most catchy one. I think just because it's a little bit more.
I think we heard Double XL,
in your
right?
face.
No. Young Posse, I've never
hook.
reacted to Young Posse
But
before. So
Ate That is just as catchy And it's also, I think, a little bit more clever, as well as they're already bragging. I don't know if it's even been a year since they've debuted. They're nearing a year, but they're already celebrating their accolades. Hey, as they should, because they, I think, really, really did something completely different, both in the musical realm, in the conceptual realm, as well as their music videos as well.
So I wonder if all their music is like that. All their music is like a theme. Every song and video is completely different. It's like a theme. This was like, oh, we're gonna do a '90s West Coast hip hop GTA style video, and it worked. I mean, the video was entertaining. The song sounded fine. I mean, you know me, I don't love K-pop, but I don't hate it. I kind of analyze it when we react to it. I think it was fine, but it was fun. Actually, the video was quite fun. That's the kind of video you'd want to watch a couple times in a row. It's pretty fun.
Ben Prol. I'm so sorry. I have no idea how to pronounce Ben's surname. But
Jerry Shin.
oh, interesting. The Ben and Jerry the Ben and Jerry reference is a reference to, I don't know if Jerry Shin and Ben both directed this video. I know Ben worked on the other two joints as well, but that's, I guess, clever. I have no idea how the copyright works for all of this, but so the music video.
The way first of all, when it's a copyright, it's a trademark, and the way the trademark works is you can use something that's an outright parody or an outright spin-off as long as it's not meant to imitate the product and it's not in the same realm as the product. If they were trying to sell an ice cream called Ben and Jerry, and actually was ice cream with that branding on it, that would be in trouble. But they're not trying to sell ice cream. They're just using it as a spin-off. Like, oh, I recognize it. That looks like the Ben & Jerry's logo. Ah, but I see what they did there. It's a little different. You see, that's the difference. So it's actually allowed to do it in this manner. So
Largely actually not just sounding like a West Coast LA hip hop anthem, as well as the music video, just largely looking like it was shot in LA. But with a Grand Theft Auto twist, which
but obviously none of it's real. It's completely CGI background, you know, green screen. None of this is real at all. Meant to be like a video game.
Auto in general plays on a lot of that old school 90s, 2000s street culture, gang culture, as well as, if we're talking GTA 5, what actually took place in a fictional version of LA. And so them committing to the CG and then making this look like an LA shot video was really cool, really dope. And it's so clear and evident to me that the director, Ben, I don't know what will happen to Young Posse if he ever stops directing their music videos.
Probably completely different if all their videos
it's
are
so
like
evident
this.
that the references and what he brings to the table is so strong for the identity of.
No, here's the thing. The girls are talented, but the video is 100% the director. Do you really think these girls know anything about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, these young Korean girls? No, they don't. They've never played it. They don't know what the references are. They're literally told, you're in a green screen studio, do these poses, do this dance, that's it. They don't know what the hell this product is. They're part of a system manufacturing an end product. The end product is entertaining, but this is certainly not the same as a group where they're writing their own music, they're doing their own choreography, they have their own ideas for each video, they're doing it all as a group together, a real band. This is not that. It's completely different. Fine, it's a different kind of entertainment, right? But it's 100% manufactured by those directors. These girls don't even know what the hell this is.
Their music videos. It's not just like their music video team. It's so clear that this guy is bringing a lot of creative ideas to the table, or even just references in general. Like, none of these girls were, I think, even
alive.
Were they even alive when the PSP? Maybe they were like toddlers.
Absolutely not.
When the PSP was a thing. But just the shot of the PSP just made me think, like, wow, these are all references that might be going over a lot of the Zoomer generation's heads, which I think is pretty funny. But
100%, but at the same time, number one, we already know K-pop is for multiple generations. Yes, young generation likes it, but there's older people that like it too. It's part of that Korean culture, right? It really is. Number two, this might be a video that inspires the younger generation to research all this. what is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? What is the PSP? And figure all that out. This might be the way that they jump into retro culture and stuff like
I
that.
do think the target audience for this might be for people who are in my age range, especially because of the throwback sound as well. Let's watch this music video. I love that Young Jung's the only one with the stone cold expression. Does not react whatsoever.
It's go time.
Kobe Bryant jersey, I just noticed. I don't know who Park is, but Kobe Bryant jersey.
So right into that opening shot. For those of you who have not played Grand Theft Auto, which I'm sure there are plenty of people who haven't as well, even though it's massively one of the best-selling games of all time. This shot, this framing is literally the same framing of how it looks when you play the game and you're getting out of the car. You're going to notice that this is a very strange, awkward angle, right? At least compared to what we're used to seeing.
Third person over
this
the
is
shoulder.
the third-person perspective of a video game. And I noticed that even when Sone walks right here, actually all of them, they're all walking a little robotic with their arms a little
like
to
their
the
character
side.
models.
Oh, we've also got the mini map. I didn't notice at first because it's so small.
Yeah, the mini map at bottom left. Oh, yeah.
Very clever touch. So they're actually walking like the video game characters. That robotic aspect, then slipping right into the choreo is so smooth. And then the whip around. Oh. Wait a minute. Were they? Oh, my God.
That's so disturbing.
It's like actually disgusting. Them building up the stars in the upper right-hand corner is also indicative of GTA. The more stars you get, the more notoriety technically you're building up. Within the GTA
level. You can't see it. I'm blocking
realm,
it.
that's a bad.
It's I'm blocking it. My camera's blocking it. It's a star level, upper right-hand corner of the video. See it? So they're building up their wanted level. More cops will be after them.
Thing like more cops are coming after you because you're.
I just said that.
More
How dare you?
notorious on a criminal level. But the way they incorporate it here is really fun. And then the full slip into CG is an interesting touch. And then the transition into the choreo again. Just so well done. So one thing I really, really like, and I think is clever, is it's like mostly, oh my God, that's the Rockstar logo. But they put YMP for Young Posse. Oh my God. They're just
Young Posse,
the
but it's Rockstar logo in the background.
Oh my God. They are Tower Records. Wow, they are not subtle at all with these references. These are all locations in California, within LA, which I'm sure if you're American or live on the West Coast, you'll be aware of that. But it's a very CG-driven video, but it's not just like a boring CG video. Obviously, it's Young Posse. It's going to be fun. But I also think it's very well-directed. This could have easily been, and I've seen a handful of K-pop videos where, oh, it's CG. Let's just throw them in front of like a green or a blue screen wall and just have them dance and just cut between. But it takes real vision to be able to direct a music video that's mostly CG and incorporate great camera work and incorporate momentum. This shot right here. Oof. The four and the way they zoom in with the cop car in the foreground, him noticing them. And just the UPS truck. Oh, maybe they. Oh my God! It says YPS. I was like, wait a minute. How did they legally do UPS? And
Young
I realized,
Posse
oh, that's
Services.
not UPS, that's YPS. Oh, it's so clever, so clever. Okay, but the truck passing by, and as they clutch on, just all of that, it's great transitions. But doing that within CG, that just requires really great vision. It says "Batter Believe It." So many puns in this music video. Also, now concept. What I love about the concept of Ate That, they're over here saying how they ate the concepts. They ate their debut. They ate their comeback with Double XL, right? And this is a vault, but it says freezer. But all of this money is technically cake, as we see at the end of the video. They eat it, right? And it's like chocolate cake. What I love conceptually, how that works with the lyrics of, and how they incorporate the number 8. They say 4, it's like 4 plus 4, which is the number 8. They're talking about how they ate that. So there's a bit of a pun wordplay right there, as well as them eating their concepts, them eating their debut, their comeback, and even eating money, and how symbolic that is and how literally they do it here. I think it's just so clever. That footwork, oh my God. Oh my God. The Blockbuster reference, okay.
I think it's funny because like there'll be some people who'll be totally into the music. I think the song is the backseat in this piece of work. Like the concept, the lyrics, the execution of the video is the focus, and then the music is kind of like the background. Like the song particularly doesn't sound great. It's just a spin on. It's a K-pop song made with the intro theme of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's nothing amazingly special, but the actual video and the lyrics are what's cool about this. So, you know, some music, when it comes down to it, is all about the lyrics and the song. This is, I think, is the opposite, actually. The style. It's about the style. There you go.
Even the additional care of, we're focusing on these 3 members. We're going to switch over to the control of the other 2 members. So then they change it on the wheel, and then it changes over to them. Fantastic.
Yep, like GTA 5, you did it.
Oh, let me see. One more time.
What is he doing?
So great direction right there. It's such a heavy portion of the rap. It's a lot of impact, and then it slows down a little bit right here, brings in a little bit of this smooth R&B. Hear that bass? It's a lot groovier. And the way they visually portray that smoothness, the slowdown, and you know, Ate That is largely just them kind of flexing, right? And so as they're flying in the air, it's like slow-mo, but literally portraying it as they're not moving, they're completely still, but they're singing. There's a little bit of a surreal, uncanny valley aspect to that immediately, it evokes an emotion in you of like, oh, that's very strange, but also very cool and kind of badass.
Yeah, but I'm going to say something now, and some people might have issue with this. This group, I've never heard anything else they've ever done. You could superimpose any K-pop group into their shoes in this video, and it would be the same video. Because in this case, it's not really standing off of their individuality, their personalities, their individual singing ability. It's just a really cool concept. But any K-pop group could probably pull it off. So in this case, this is more, this group, at least, if all their videos are representative of like being like this, I would say this group, Young Posse, is a group where it's not about them, it's about all the production around them. And that's not to take away from their talent. Maybe they're great singers. Maybe they're great, performers live on stage. But you can't tell any of that from this video because it is so highly stylized. You could superimpose anyone in the video and it would be the same video. You know what I'm saying? Unlike some others that we've seen where I think maybe did go to, oh, here, look, here's this group member's actual specialty. They hit this kind of note. They look this kind of way. They dress this kind of sporty look or something. In this case, I don't know anything about any of these girls. You can't figure it out from the video at all. It's more about, hey, it's GTA as a music video, right?
They're trying to say that, like, within the brief amount of airtime that they get, they're singing this whole verse right here. That's really cool. Just, oh, what great vision. And then they hit the ground, and then everything gets super wobbly and handshaking again. Oh. Even the item wheel, also from
Spork was on there.
But I love how they double XL the truck and it just rams through. They're literally throwing up gang signs, or I guess their version of gang signs, but it's for Posse Peace. Oh my gosh.
The funny part is, though, like, this would be like, oh, cultural appropriation, because aren't you aware that West Coast rap was supposed to be about the lifestyle in California at the time for Black youth, Hispanic youth, that it was like gangs in the streets, drugs, and that kind of a lifestyle, and that was representative of that time. And when you turn it into a pop video with a bunch of Korean girls that know literally nothing about that culture or time, and they're acting like they're in it or they're part of it, it's cultural appropriation. Some people might actually say that, might be a valid point, honestly.
Ooh. I can't wait to see what the choreo for this part is. If I had one critique, which isn't even really a critique, just purely because it's that good. Oh, this is all an outro. I love the "Yes, sis, I ate that." Would have loved it to go on just a little bit more. Like maybe 1, 2 more bars. Oh, so good. And then is this looping back to the beginning of the video? Are they saying that everything we just saw was the game and it's, hey, free donuts, and then it leads them to this? No, that wouldn't work. They're wearing slightly different out. No,
they're not. Those are the same outfits. That's the jersey and
they're
everything.
Wearing the exact same outfits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might just be like everything in it was a game and it's just looping. Like the music sounds like something that would be coming out of GTA. And that
it's
in
the intro.
is...
How does he not know this is the intro theme to GTA for San Andreas? Just a riff on it. That's the actual intro theme.
It's really hilarious. I don't know how many Koreans will even get the reference. I actually don't know how popular GTA is, if at all, in Korea. Koreans are more into online competitive type of video games. So I don't know if these references will.
Man, you know what's bad, and this has nothing to do with the quality the video. Take a look at his background. This video he shot it in 4K. YouTube ruined it. Look at his background. See the ripples and the pixels of light on the background? It's 4K resolution. It shouldn't look like that. YouTube downscaled the living crap out of this video, and it looks bad now. That sucks.
As much. I'm curious as to what the label's target audience and demographic even is, because it has a 30-something-year-old Asian American, Korean American who grew up on the West Coast, who grew up in LA. this music video was, and this song was so cultivated for me. But I'm going to pass the question off of you guys who watched and listened to this. For those of you, especially who did not grow up in California, Southern California, what did you think of this music video? What did you think of the song? I love it. I think they are outlandish what they're doing. I think it's so bold.
I think that's the point. I think that's what they're trying to do with this group.
It's so risky, I think, on so many different levels, conceptually, musically, but they're going for it. And I love the commitment. And I, again, think that what the producers or directors bring to the table in this music video play a large part into their concept as well. So I want to know, did it work for you guys? I think more than macaroni cheese and more than double XL, they took an even bigger swing this time, because this is such a region specific song and music video, and a video game reference specific music video. I'm curious as to how it hit for you guys. Thank you for tuning.
All right, for me, again, I like GTA. I never even played that game till 2012, but when I did, it was an amazing playthrough. One of my legendary ones. I've played the game now, 2-3 times over the years. References were great. It sounds like the GTA theme song. The whole thing looks like a game, right? But to me, like, I see that, I say, wow, what an entertaining movie or video. I don't think, what an entertaining song. Like, quite frankly, I don't think I would ever press play and just listen to the audio of that. I would want that to be a production. Like, either you're watching them perform to it, so there's something to it where they're dancing and there's effects, or seeing the actual music video. I don't think of that as a song at all. And I think maybe when it comes to a lot of K-pop groups, maybe that's the case. Maybe it's not just about the individual song, it's about the presentation, everything around it. That makes a lot more sense, I think. So anyway, all right, that was unique. I'm actually, Slayer, I'm glad you picked that particular one, because, man, that was wild to see GTA as a K-pop video. I didn't think I would ever see that. All right, excellent. On to the next thing. Okay, so welcome to the second half of the React. What I had to do is my camera was having its AI enabled because my power had gone out, and it was moving the camera around, and I was like, oh, crap. So what I did is I very briefly paused the video, came back, and now the camera should not move, although now it looks like I may be a little bit too... too zoomed in. I mean, I guess it's okay. It looks fine for this. I'll probably fix it after the fact. All right, anyway, we're heading into the second half of this React. And Slayer, I just want to let you know, you submitted 4 videos, but this is the second video. We're already almost 35 minutes in. So likely this is going to be the end of the private React for an hour. I cooked 100 years of burgers. This is that Guga Foods YouTuber who's known for different cooking videos and recipes. And it looks like he's going to do quite a lot of different burgers. Kind of pertinent because this Friday, if I continue on with my support streak, we're going to be trying a smash burger for the very first time on DSP Tries It, which I've never had before. I don't even understand it. We had seen Guga Foods make one months ago, and I criticized it, and that's kind of why we're doing it this week together. So, all right, 100 years of burgers. I'm excited for this. Let's see how it goes. Now let's see if I need to adjust the volume.
Today's video, I am cooking 100 years of burgers.
No, it looks pretty good. That volume looks decent, right? Looks pretty decent. Look at these 100 years of burgers. So it's just on plain bread. Then you got like sliders. Then you got like an onion burger. More like a classic American burger. Then you have the Big Mac. And then you have a, oh God, a ramen burger where the ramen is the bun. Ugh.
And we're going to be rating them from 1 to 10 so you know which ones we like best. And we're starting off with this one.
That looks sad.
Is that a burger?
Welcome to the 1910s.
That's the original
story goes like
style of
this.
burger.
At this time, they served hamburger steaks with a fork and a knife. Then one person showed up in a hurry, so they said, let me put on some toast for you. And that is how one of the very first burgers were created, in Louis' Lunch, where they still serve the original burger today. Now the interesting thing is how it was cooked. It was cooked in a vertical broiler that looked something like this.
Oh, wow.
At this time, burgers cost 10 cents. Now obviously I don't have one of these, so I try to improvise as much as possible. These are cooling racks. I'm hoping they're gonna work just fine. Now for the patty, I chose 80-20. And as you can see, a nice thick one. So after laying down my
80-20 is
burger
what you
on the
should use for
bread, I
burgers. The
seasoned the patty
fattier
with a
meat.
good amount of salt and pepper. Then I immediately put one right on top. As now I got my Sirzo and started to broil the beef. Surprisingly, it worked extremely well. And I can only imagine the smell that came out of this in the restaurant. Now they were
Yeah.
not crazy because they also toasted their buns. And as far as I know, the very first burger had nothing, just bread and beef. It doesn't get any simpler than that. However, with our research nowadays, they make it like this.
Oh,
and that
my
had a little
Lord.
bit of cheese spread, followed by the broiled beef, a thin slice of
Wow.
onions, and one of tomato. Close that all up, and this is one of the first burgers created. But don't
That looks
forget
crazy.
the
It's
original with
It's like
nothing.
an ultra deluxe grilled cheese sandwich sitting on top of a burger, right?
Now, how
Wow.
did it taste? Well, let's try them and rate it.
Looks very different than the burgers we know today.
There's no cheese, but at least there's no vegetables either.
It is basically meat and sandwich bread. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I don't care what anybody says. That's delicious.
Look, it's really good, but it feels wrong that it's in toast.
Yes.
I'm okay with it being in toast, but I just feel like it needs some cheese. It needs some sauce.
Funny you said that because nowadays they actually make it like this, sir, and it has cheese for you.
Oh, man.
But that's not how it started. That's where we are right now. And this burger, everybody, still being served today. Cheers, everybody.
Oh my God, it's such a mess. Cheers.
That's cool. Like a stacked grilled cheese burger
That's so
sandwich.
much better with the cheese and the tomato and the onions.
Talking about that, there was
that
a
looks
huge
good, the
upgrade
onions.
from this decade to the next. Check it out.
In the 1920s, White Castle was born. The price
Oh, it's the
started
slider,
at
the
only
White
5
Castle
cents.
slider.
That's about 70 cents today.
Classic, very
they are known
classic.
to have invented the slider and the concept of carrying out. Now, the way they made their sliders are quite unique. First thing to do is to grab some beef. Then, to make them at home, you want to lay down some parchment paper and immediately spread a good amount of beef. We want to get them super flat. So for that, I put another parchment paper right on top and pressed it with another sheet. Now I laid it down on a cutting board
That's how they
and
do
using
it?
the back of my knife, I went ahead
Wow.
and scored the beef. This will allow me to break them once they get frozen. Now I remove the parchment paper, and if you're following the original recipes, you must poke 5 holes. You can do it just by using a chopstick. Once they
Wonder what
were
that
all
does,
done,
the
into
5
the
holes.
freezer it goes to firm up. After about 1 hour, I took it out and look, we got our beef ready to be cooked. But there's one more thing that we gotta do, and that is to use the onions. They don't use fresh onions on White Castle. They actually use this, dehydrated one. So we gotta bring
Wow.
them back to life. To do that, you just gotta soak them in water. And funny enough, they still use this method today. In case you are wondering what kind of buns I'm using, these are Hawaiian sliders. They're gonna work perfectly for this recipe. So to
Pretty
cook them
good.
outside I went. I heat up the cast iron griddle and placed all
I
of
had
the
no idea it
onions
was
in there
dehydrated.
together with the
You know
water.
what?
Because
I almost guarantee you that's probably what they do at McDonald's too, because their onions are tiny little sliced just like that. I almost feel like McDonald's copied White Castle because White Castle's been around much longer.
instead of getting a nice crust on our meat, we're gonna steam it. Yep, right on top of the onions. And funny enough, the bread goes right on top of the beef. That's the way they still do it today. You see, the
Wow.
idea is that the steam will also heat up the buns. I'm not gonna lie though, it feels weird putting the bread on top of the beef, because once it's fully cooked, the next thing is to assemble. First, on one side of the bun, they add a little bit of mustard. Next, they scoop the onion and the beef, as now there's left to do is to add some cheese, followed by pickles, and top it off with that mustard bun. Now
So it's
this is the
completely
White
unique.
Castle slider. In the 1920s, this was extremely popular, and costing only 5 cents, it was a hit.
The 1920s burger, White Castle slider.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I saw it being cooked, and I'm not very excited. Let's say that.
You don't like the steam reaction on the raw meat, bro?
There's no crust. This thing is gray and sad, bro.
This looks like a boiled burger.
White Castle sounds like we're in the dungeon eating the burger.
There you go. 1 nickel, everybody. Doesn't get any better than that. Let's give it a try. Tell me. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
They're pretty good. They're craveable because they're so small. You get a
It's so
bite
soft.
and you get
It's not a
all
good
this
sauce.
flavor.
It's
it's
super
actually
tender. That's why
addictive.
the pickle is there to give you a little crunch.
We definitely have way better burgers nowadays, but at the start, 1920s, this is pretty good.
Tell you one thing, it's pretty good. It's time to go on to the next decade.
You never
In
eat
the
one, you get like a
1930s, times
stack
were
of
tough.
burgers.
It was the Great Depression. But there's one burger that really stands out from that decade.
Whoa.
That would be the Oklahoma Fried Burger. Invented by Ross Davids to keep burgers' prices low, he decided to press a handful of onions into his patties to extend the beef supply. Now to make this burger, there's a very interesting technique, and here's how. First, we go ahead and get the griddle nice and hot.
Okay.
Now place the beef right on top, smash it down a little bit, and as it's cooking, add a good amount of onions. Then of course, smash it down even more. Now this burger doesn't get any easier than that to make, as after flipping it so that the onions can cook, you want to go ahead and toast the buns. Now in its most basic form, this is it. We got bread, beef, and onions.
Super
it is
simple.
It will feed hungry people, and at the
Yeah.
same time, is it delicious? Well, let's find out.
The
I bet
Great
it is.
Depression burgers from the
Onions just go with
1930s,
a
also
burger.
known as the Oklahoma fried onion burgers. Are you guys ready to try this?
Smells great.
Let's try it, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's a lot of onion.
That's too much onions.
That's definitely too much onion.
Just the
The-
onion, the patty on the bun is just way too simple for me. What do you think, Leo?
The onions have such an overpowering sweetness that's what you get mainly, not a lot of beef.
Yeah, but Leo, come on, bro.
It makes sense at the time, I mean.
They didn't have the money, bro. Chill out.
Times are tough, I get it.
When times are tough, you gotta feed a lot of people. Still, this is a delicious burger. Enough. Next decade.
In the 1940s, things were about to change forever. That's when McDonald's was invented.
Here we
Originally a
go.
barbecue restaurant, in the late 40s, they switched to selling only burgers, fries, drinks, milkshakes, and pies. Also, McDonald's cheeseburger only cost 19 cents. And the way it was made, it was slightly different than today. You see, at the time, they used a nice, thicker patty, kind of like this one. And it was seasoned with salt and pepper. The crust was not strongly pronounced, but they made sure to toast the buns. And the original cheeseburger had ketchup on the top bun, followed by some onions, and a slice of cheese, followed by the meat. Yep, it was assembled upside down. And there
Yep.
we have it, the original cheeseburger from the 1940s. They don't look like this nowadays, because it had more meat than today. My hopes is that it's gonna be better.
1940s, the birth of McDonald's, gentlemen.
After school, me and Leo used to go straight to McDonald's and grab some cheeseburgers because they used to be 67 cents.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Are you guys ready to try this burger? Let's see. Please dig in, gentlemen.
do it.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Looks good. Again, simple but good.
That's a classic.
That's a cheeseburger right there, everybody. Wow.
That's way better than McDonald's.
Especially from the last burger that we had that was more onion than burger. This is nice, bold, beefy, delicious. Cheese, toppings, everything.
I like
is
McDonald's
blends
anymore with their
together.
tiny little patties.
Things were getting a
non-existent
little
meat on
bit
their
better
burgers.
during this time, so they were able to put the cheese in and not charge an arm and a leg for it. But the onion burger, don't knock that one, everybody. It's delicious. With that being said, let's jump on to the 1950s.
In the 50s, burgers started changing. It was when the Whopper was invented, the Jack in the Box, Whataburger, Sonic, and the
Oh,
Juicy
wow.
Lucy.
They all
Things
came out in the
started getting
50s?
really good on that decade. Also, the category we know and love was created, but it didn't look like this. This is actually what it looked like. Now, there's a very interesting burger that was invented in the 50s, and that would be this one. It's called the Steam Burger.
Ooh, that's disgusting. You know, it's kind of like, it reminds me of the one that I had from Jack in the Box. What the hell was it called? The Buttery Jack. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Like burgers with various different toppings, I'll try. But when you tell me like the vast majority of the burger is soaked in a cheese or a grease or a butter, it's like, am I eating a burger or am I purposely like imbibing liquid fat? Yeah, it's disgusting. It's gonna hurt yourself. So that's too much for me. That looks
First
disgusting.
up,
I'm
we gotta
sorry.
get a big patty. And just like the name says, we gotta steam this meat. I placed my patty into the steamer, followed by some white cheddar. Covered it up and let the whole thing steam. Now instead of using a regular burger bun, they use Kaiser roll. This is quite different than normal buns, and the taste is very light, but also very delicious. And the best part was that it was toasted with butter. The 50s knew what they were doing. So to assemble, it's pretty simple. I lay down a slice of raw onion, followed by some
Way
mayo,
too much
ketchup,
onion.
and mustard. Then the tomato goes right on top. We can't forget about the lettuce and pickles, as now it was time for the beef. And we cannot forget one thing, the cheese. To be specific, the steamed white cheddar. Now
That's
is a
too
burger.
much.
The big
That's
question
nasty.
is, how does it taste?
And here we have the 1950s burger.
Damn, that was good.
It does.
Yeah, I saw you making this and you steamed it, so I'm not excited.
Wow, this guy is such a hater. Steaming is okay, everybody, for a burger, I guess, right? Let me know in the comments down below. Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yo.
It's a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess because it's big.
It's very messy. It's a mess, but it is a very juicy burger, I have to say.
Very juicy, extremely flavorful, even though I'm still missing the crust. But I cannot say anything bad about him.
You know what? It's actually not bad. It's like you say, the only thing you're really missing is a good crust.
But with that being said, let's jump on to the 1960s.
In the 1960s, Chick-fil-A was founded, and so
they're not
was Red
burgers.
Robin's. At this point in time, hamburgers went from being an American classic to slowly spreading throughout the world. However, there's one iconic burger that stands out from the rest, and we're talking about
Big Mac.
Big Mac. And funny enough, it was created because of a competition. McDonald's wanted to compete with the Big Boy hamburger, but instead they created one of the most popular burgers in history. And this is what makes it so famous, the Big Mac sauce. To make it, there are several different versions. The one I like the most.
That's not Big Mac sauce. That's looks like cheese. Big Mac sauce is a thick and airy Thousand Island, which is a combination of ketchup, mayonnaise, and relish together. I don't know what that is. That's not Big Mac sauce. What he has right there, that's yellow. That looks like cheese.
Is this one. Into a bowl, I threw in some mayo, followed by ketchup, mustard, sweet onions, onion powder, grated garlic, butter pickles, white vinegar, salt, and pepper. Mix everything well, and the Big Mac sauce is done.
So his mistake was the mustard. There is no mustard whatsoever in real Big Mac sauce. There is not even a hint of mustard flavor in Big Mac sauce, so that's why it's yellow and shouldn't be yellow.
This was also one of the very first burgers to use 3 buns. And at first, Big Mac patties were nice and thick. So we're gonna try to do
at
the
first they
original
were.
version. I seasoned them
Now
with
they're
salt
terrible.
and pepper. Got a nice crust and they were ready. After toasting up the buns, it was time for the assembly. We got the bottom bun, followed by a good amount of Big Mac sauce, white onions,
Wait a minute. That doesn't even look like the sauce he just made. How did the sauce just change colors from yellow to orange? What happened?
shredded lettuce, 2 pickles, that beautiful burger patty we just cooked, American cheese, middle bun, and repeat the process once again. To finish it off, just top it off with
Look how big, look how insanely huge that is. The Big Mac today is small. It's just 2 regular cheeseburger or hamburger patties, and their hamburger patties are tiny at McDonald's.
Now this is the original Big Mac. I wish that it still looked like this in McDonald's.
Exactly.
Does it taste as good as it looks?
No, what he should have done, he should have got a McDonald's Big Mac he just bought and put it next to the one he made and show how different they are.
Oh, let's find out.
Here we are on the 1960s, the Big Mac, gentlemen, huh?
I've eaten a little bit too many of these in my life.
I had quite a few as well, everybody. Big Mac is a classic.
These burgers don't look authentic. They're too good.
McDonald's wish their patties were this big, right?
I've never seen a McDonald's patty this thick. I'm not gonna lie, Guga, I thought you went to McDonald's and you actually just bought a Big Mac.
No,
But now after seeing this, yo, this is no joke.
Let's give it a try, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Probably
Oh,
amazingly
man.
good.
That tastes like a Big Mac.
That tastes like a Big Mac.
That sauce is so good.
The sauce is right on the money, right?
Fresh Big Mac sauce is crazy.
And it's so juicy. Like, you can squeeze it, you see the juices.
Is it fair to
Yeah.
say that is like the golden era of burgers right here?
Pretty much because it's still good today.
True.
That is delicious. And now we're
Yeah.
gonna go and jump into the 1970s.
Ooh, groovy.
In the 1970s, the burger cost about 69 cents, and the newly invented grill at that time was the Big Green Egg. Another historical
I've never
burger
seen
chain
that.
was created,
Wendy's.
and they shocked the world with
square
unique
burgers.
square patties. They really wanted to stand out from the rest. That's one of the reasons they kept saying fresh, never frozen.
And now they basically don't stand out at all, which really sucks. Like that was their gimmick. It was fresh, never frozen, square patties. Now they've lost almost all of their individuality and don't really stand out anymore. They don't even say that kind of stuff anymore, which is lame. I remember the Big Bacon Classic was my favorite burger from Wendy's in the 80s and 90s, and now they don't even have it anymore. They tried to bring it back, and it's not the same burger. They changed it completely. So lame.
This is a good thing, because fresh meat is always better. Now to cook up the original Wendy's burgers is pretty simple. We got a nice hot griddle and throw in the patty. Of course, don't forget to toast the buns. For the assembly, they started with the top bun. First, a good amount of ketchup, followed by mayo. Then on the bottom bun goes 1 slice of American cheese, followed by that hot square patty, followed by lettuce, a slice of tomato,
Interesting,
onions,
it's under.
and
The cheese is
pickles.
under.
Then top it off with the top bun. Now this is Wendy's original burger. Does fresh,
Wow.
never frozen really makes a big deal? Well, let's find out.
And here we have the fresh, never frozen.
What's that?
Groovy era. Come on, guys. The 70s. Come on, hey, you gotta hit that.
This guy, man. So this is the Wendy's original burger. I hope I did its justice. Leo, go
That's
ahead and
neat. It's
grab
on
it.
the
Damn,
cheese
there's no
instead of
crust
the
on
cheese
this.
melted
No
on
crust,
top. I didn't
because
know
that's
that.
the original and the right way to do
That's
it. So
cool.
hopefully it's gonna taste fantastic. Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers,
I hope
everybody.
so. It looks good. It looks probably one of my favorites of the ones we've seen so
There's
far,
something to be
actually.
said about fresh, never frozen.
This might be one of my favorite burgers on this list so far. This is
There you go.
damn good.
It's so funny. They got like the little square patty too.
It is a Wendy's burger. You know what it tastes like. It is delicious. It's still square today, but let's jump into the 1980s. My era.
I don't understand their ratings. He's like, oh, it's one of the best burgers we've had. Okay, 6. Wait, 6? You said the Big Mac was 8. You didn't even say that wasn't one of the best. Their rating system is weird. I don't know.
Boring.
Damn.
Now we're in the 80s, and burger prices were on the rise. At this time, another huge burger joint was opened, created by a father and his 4 sons. These
Five
five guys wanted to
Guys.
choose quality and flavor over profits. And I'm talking about Five Guys. And I'm gonna be making their all-the-way burger. I mean, take a look at this burger. It is incredible. They do something most burger joints don't do. Let me explain. That one has sauteed onions and mushrooms. Just cook them up like you normally would
Yummy.
and no big deal. But I want you to notice one thing. There's no seasoning on them at all. And the same goes for the burger patties. The interesting thing is that if you want seasoning on your burger, you gotta ask for it in Five Guys. And I totally understand where they're coming from. Because the American cheese they put on it, it already has plenty of salt. So once the burger is perfectly cooked, they go ahead and add 2 slices of American cheese and put an additional patty right on top. Toast up the buns. Once that's done, the bottom bun gets a little bit of ketchup, followed by mustard, those beautiful sauté onions, mushrooms, crispy bacon, a good amount of mayo on the top bun, followed by shredded lettuce, pickles, and a slice of tomato. As
That's
to
all
finish
the
it
way,
out,
has
we go ahead and
everything,
add those
yeah.
beautiful burger patties with the cheese and top it off
That's basically everything they would put on a burger. You just say, I want it all the way, and they give you everything.
with the
every
bun.
topping.
Now this is the Five Guys all-the-way burger. Now how does it taste?
And here we got the 1980s.
Hey man, you're old, but your burgers are fire though.
So this is Five Guys.
I've been to Five Guys. I never had this much lettuce on the burger though.
Oh, well, that's because you ordered the wrong way.
You order it plain for sure.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh,
Hold on.
out of all the decades, we start going up, boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we start going up in flavor.
This is the first one with bacon. Out of the whole video, the first one, I don't even like bacon like that. But on a burger, it's so perfect.
Bacon on a burger is just so damn.
A 10. They
But
give
now
it a 10.
let's jump
Wow.
on to the next one, the 1990s.
Now that's a good era right
What will the
there.
90s
Maybe
be, I
me and
wonder?
Angel.
In the 1990s, things were not very healthy, and Pizza Hut invented the stuffed crust pizza. That was a hit. There was one burger that was also a hit. It was called the Big and Tasty.
Oh my God. I love the Big and Tasty. I got it all the time in the late 90s when I actually started eating McDonald's for the first time. Because when I was younger, my parents always took me to Burger King and told me, oh, the flame broiled's healthier. So in the late 90s, when I started to go eat for myself, when we went to McDonald's, I got the Big and Tasty. So what this is McDonald's answer to the Whopper at Burger King. Look, it's actually the same exact sandwich. Onions, pickles, lettuce, tomato, mayo, ketchup, sesame bun, and a really big burger. They wanted to compete with the Whopper. Do you want to know the truth? At the time, I thought the Big and Tasty was better than the Whopper. I really liked this burger. And then they did away with it. I don't know why. They just phased it out over a few years.
From McDonald's. They made that to fight the Whopper from Burger King. And the Big and Tasty had its own sauce. To make it, it was pretty simple. Into a food processor, I threw in 1 egg yolk, followed by oil, and blend everything on high. Then I added paprika, followed by salt, sugar, garlic powder, mustard, barbecue sauce, and lime juice. Now blend everything on high, and there
I don't
you
remember
have
the
it.
sauce
The
at
Big
all,
and
actually.
Tasty sauce. Now it's called Big and Tasty for a good reason. We got
It
a
was
big
good, though.
burger. So it starts off on the grill. And unlike Five Guys, it gets seasoning. A good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper. Now to assemble, it's pretty simple. We got a good amount of Big and Tasty sauce, followed by Swiss cheese, that monster patty that was just cooked.
I don't remember Swiss cheese on it. I think he's variating the recipe. I do not remember Swiss cheese on the Big and Tasty, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Another slice of cheese, shredded lettuce, diced onions, tomatoes, and that big top bun. Now this is the Big and Tasty. I can't believe McDonald's took this one out of the menu. I can understand the reason why, and you're about to find out really shortly. Because take a look at this burger. Come on now. I could have that burger any day.
Welcome to the 1990s.
Ah, you see, in the 90s they did it right.
That's a big burger.
There's a reason it's called Big and Tasty, everybody. So the Big and Tasty is Big and Tasty. Let's try it and let's rate it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bro.
Bro, that is so thick.
It's a big patty.
Completely different than anything we've had. And the cheese is different too.
I don't know how I feel about the cheese.
Really?
I think American cheese would have been better.
It's good, but it's so different that I enjoy it. But now, let's jump into the 2000s.
Again, I don't remember it being Swiss, but maybe I'm misremembering. I just remember it being an insanely good burger. Like, tasted really, really good.
Now I'm a teenager.
Now, in the 2000s, Wendy's was having a problem. Since their owner passed away, they created the Baconator so that it will blow
Oh,
up with
no.
young men. And that's exactly what happened. It saved Wendy's from selling the company, and the burger costed about $4. The Baconator still exists today, and to make it, it's quite simple.
It's
First, we need to cook
disgusting.
up 2 square patties, and don't forget, fresh, never frozen. Give your buns a nice toast, then add in mayo and ketchup. Both of the patties got American cheese, followed by 3 slices of bacon each. Now place one on top of the other, and lay it down on that bottom bun. Now this is the Baconator, and
I want you to think about that. 6 pieces of bacon. So when you eat, if you've never had a Baconator before, when you bite into it, what do you think the first flavor you get is? You get fat, because there's so much fat on that burger from the beef and the pork, and then you get salt from the bacon. As you eat it, more pieces of bacon keep ripping off with your teeth, and you just keep getting a stack of bacon in your mouth. It becomes like all you're doing is eating insane amounts of salty protein. You can't really taste the other stuff. And because of that, I don't really like the Baconator. What I liked as an alternative was the Son of Baconator, which is a very smaller version of it, where there's less bacon, less meat, because it's a small mini burger. That's a little better, and it's more appetizing. This is too much, and I do not like it. I had it a couple times. I never really liked
even
it.
today, it makes a lot of young men really happy. Don't believe me? Well, here we go.
The 2000s,
Oh, God, they're gonna love
the
it.
Baconator.
The year of no vegetables. Let's go.
We just had bacon for the first time on a burger, and now we have too much bacon on a burger.
You ready to give it a try? It is still going on today, so let's see if the Baconator is actually a good
It's
nator
too
or a
much.
bad one.
It's
Wow, that was so
nasty.
cheesy.
That
It's like
was
swimming
so
in
cheesy.
fat.
God
The good
damn,
nader
bro.
or the bad nader?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Damn.
This tastes almost identical to the Wendy's Baconator.
Yeah, half pound of beef, 6 slices of bacon.
I mean,
It's crazy good, and by far the unhealthiest burger on this list. so
Of
far.
course.
Yeah, but it's the tastiest one, I'll tell you
It
that.
is still good, but on 2010, things started getting a little weird.
This is when social
Oh,
media is at
no.
its peak, and everybody wanted to have the next burger. That's when this was invented, the ramen burger. Now, if you've
That's
never tasted this,
just
you should,
stupid.
as this was very popular in the 2010s. But the original version was like this. First thing, the noodles. You want to get 2 containers just like this. Lay down some clinch plastic so things would get out easy. Once you have both of them, go ahead and cook some instant noodles and mix them up with some eggs. You should have a texture like this. in
This
the
is
end.
so
Now place them
dumb.
on a bowl that we just made. Press them down with another container, as now you want to go ahead and cook them until they're fully solid. Because you want to toast those noodles exactly the same way you do with buns. Oh yeah, now you can be as creative as you like going forward. But the original version was like this. You want to go ahead and cook up some quail eggs, get them nice and crispy. To assemble, you want to use a little bit of teriyaki sauce on the bottom noodle bun, followed by that burger we just cooked, and those fried quailed eggs. Finish it off with more teriyaki sauce, and of
See,
course,
I would like to try this as the burger on a bun. Like, I would have the burger with teriyaki sauce with egg and it's, seasoning, the crust, all makes sense to me. The ramen makes no sense. It's not a bun. It's going to be a messy, gross thing.
top noodle bun. Now get ready for an Instagram photo and post it online, as this was very popular in the 2010s. The question is, how did it taste? Well, let's find out.
And here we got 2010s.
Yeah, things got weird.
That is not a burger.
Come on, man.
What is that? That's noodles on a patty.
Okay, can we just try it before
Look how
it breaks?
nasty. It's
All
falling
right,
apart.
enough talking. Welcome to the 2010s. Cheers, everybody.
Stupid. Yeah, remember when everyone was incredibly stupid? Oh, wait, that's today, too.
They're pretty good though. Pretty good. Okay, hold on. Nobody told me that the noodles were flavored. Is there like some kind of teriyaki sauce or something on it?
100%.
Damn, I hate to say it, but this is actually good.
It is delicious, everybody. I'm telling you.
You made it once. I'm glad you made it again. But damn, this is the messiest burger in the world, okay?
This is a really good burger, but not as good as the burgers we have nowadays, like the burger that changed my life, Guga's creation.
This is a smash burger, everybody.
Yep. And that's what we saw. We saw the Smash Burger video. And that's what I want to try this Friday. I hope we can get the streak keep going. I would love to see what the smash burger is like, because I'm not sold on it at
I
all.
recommend. It is a delicious burger. If you've never had a smash burger done properly, I highly recommend. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below which one did you enjoy the most and which one.
So I don't know, for me, like the Big and Tasty, the Five Guys burger, or the real Big Mac all look really, really good. But it's crazy when you look at that list. There's White Castle is still around today, and they're still making the sliders like that. So I think that has something, that's a testament to the quality of their burger that has been around for 100 years and is still popular. So, all right. So I was absolutely right. We're dead on at an hour, basically. Slayer, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your monthly react, and everyone who watched this, I hope you enjoyed it as well. It was a good variety of stuff this month between the two topics, completely different, and I'll see you next time.